Health Decisions Test number 2. Simplify this big thing. It will be much easier if we break it up into terms. So we start at the beginning and keep going until we get to a plus or minus outside of parentheses. The next term is just the number 5. Then there's another plus or minus not in parentheses. The third term is just the number 1. Then there's a plus or minus not in parentheses. And finally, the fourth term goes all the way until the end. Each of these terms we can simplify independently. So inside the parentheses, again we have two terms, a 6 and a 24 times 6, if it helps to think of it that way. Or you could just use other order of operations information. Multiplication goes first. So what is 24 times 6? That would be 6 quarters minus 6 cents. So 144. So 6 plus that is going to be 150. And then 5 150s will be 5 times 100 is 500. And 5 times 50 is 250. So 750. And for all of that, the first term is independent until we actually combine all the terms at the end. The second term just stayed 5. And the third term just stayed 1. No work needed. For the last term, all we have happening is multiplication and division, so we go from left to right. Before we start left to right, we need to get rid of these exponents, though. So it's 81 divided by 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 again is 27. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is the same as 4 times 4, which is 16. 81 divided by 27, that's going to be 3. And then 3 times 16 will be 48. Again, use a calculator if you need to for any of this. Finally, 750 plus 5, and then minus 1 would be 754. And then another 48. If I add the 40, I would get 794. And then add 8 more brings me just over 800 to 802.